So, we're going to read through this play. Chris is going to handle the narration, and you're going to set this thing up.
Okay.
So, set it up.
I wrote this play. It's a 10-minute play. It's actually a little less than 10 minutes. It's a comedy. It's called Night Out. Basically, it's about a husband who takes his wife out to a fancy date night. In this scene, they're starting to deal with some issues that they've had while they're talking about some painting.
Okay, so that's the setup. And what's the play called?
It's called Night Out.
And Chris is going to read the narration. Chris, introduce the cast of characters and so on.
Okay, there's Florence, who is a 30-something wife to Mark.
It's me.
And Mark, who's a 30-something husband to Florence.
30-something.
30-something.
70-something.
And there's a security guard, an intimidating person of any age.
So intimidating.
Okay, what's the setting there, Chris?
So you ready? It's late evening. The present. An art gallery that contains both new and old pieces of famous artwork. Paintings, statues, sculptures. The paintings are not real. Easels can be set up to signify the painting style. A few old statues can be placed throughout, but they aren't necessary either. I'm not even supposed to be reading this, but I like the voice.
That's why I'm reading.
There is an atmosphere of absurdity due to the impossibility of having so many famous paintings all in one location. You damn right.
Get kinky with a meal.
Okay, Mark and Florence enter the art gallery. They're an attractive couple of upper middle class stature.
Damn right.
Debatable. Debatable.
The gallery contains a few scattered observers looking at the different paintings in the gallery, just milling around.
I'm really glad you brought me here tonight, honey.
Yeah, so am I. It's going to be a great evening, isn't it? I can already tell.
It's been a long time since we went to an art exhibit together. Reminds me when we were younger and just started dating.
Yeah.
Really, it's been a long time since you've ever taken me out anywhere. Going out's nice.
Now, dear, I think you're exaggerating. It hasn't been that long. Let me see. The last time was, oh, would you look at that? There's the Mona Lisa.
Well, I'll be. Is this a replica? It has to be.
You'd think so, but it says here that this is the original. Can you believe we're looking at the real Mona Lisa? This is amazing.
I can't believe it.
Just amazing.
I'm almost in shock. I always thought it was fantastic, but it's so much better seeing it in person. It's such a beautiful painting. She's so beautiful.
Look at her eyes. They have such intensity behind them. She seems so happy. What was that about?
I don't know.
I hate when you do that. Just tell me.
I just don't think she's happy is all.
You don't? Why is that?
Look how she's slightly smiling. Even though her face looks happy, I think her eyes say otherwise. It's obvious she's pretending to be happy.
She's not pretending to be happy. If she wasn't happy, she wouldn't be smiling in the painting. Da Vinci painted her like he saw her. Happy.
No, he didn't.
Yes, dear, he did.
You think you know Da Vinci so well, do you?
Maybe.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Mona was not happy when this was painted. She just didn't want Da Vinci to know that she wasn't happy because Da Vinci was so busy all the time with his job and supporting his family.
Well, if Mona had a problem and was upset, she should have just told Da Vinci instead of smiling and using her intense eyes to let him know. Maybe Da Vinci can't always tell when something's wrong. Maybe he can't read minds. Maybe the reason he paints so much is to make everyone happy.
But spending all of his time painting isn't making everyone happy. Spending all his time painting is making Mona lonely. Mona is like every other woman. She wants to go out now and then. She wants flowers and romance and to feel pretty again.
Well, if Mona needs that, then she should just say so. Instead of smiling all the time and then confusing him by throwing tantrums.
Mona does not throw tantrums.
Mona doesn't appreciate the work that Da Vinci does. He spends so much time working, and it's all for her. But she doesn't see that. Do you know how that makes him feel?
Well, why doesn't he bring it up in counseling then?
Why didn't Mona bring it up in counseling if she's so damn unhappy?
Gah!
By this time, a small crowd is gathered around Mark and Florence. Their petty fight has turned into a small scene.
Excuse me, ma'am, sir?
What?
As Florence.
Wait, I'm setting up the mood. As Florence turns to face him, her very large purse bumps a fragile-looking statue, knocking it over.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sir.
She scrambles to help. She scrambles to help the security guard pick up the statue. Mark helps, but looks embarrassed. It is awkward and heavy, but they succeed in standing it up again, unbroken.
Ma'am, first off, I'm a lady. Second of all, I'm going to have to ask you guys to keep your voice down, please. You're disturbing the other visitors here in the gallery.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We were just analyzing this masterpiece here.
I'm really very sorry. It won't happen again. We just got kind of carried away. Do you know what I mean?
Mark, embarrassed, strolls to a different painting across the room, out of earshot of Florence and security guard.
Sorry, okay. That's alright. So things will be fine from here on out, I assume? I don't want you guys to break out into their shouting match over here.
Of course not.
Security guard starts to walk away. Florence calls it back.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I was wondering, do you think that the Mona Lisa's happy in Da Vinci's painting?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, in my opinion, she just seems to be putting on a facade. She's smiling a bit, but her eyes say otherwise. It's like she's trying to reach out to someone.
You know, I think a lot of people come in here and wonder the same thing. I see people day in, day out, just stand there and stare. Makes you wonder how some people could have painted something that captivates so many people.
Why is it captivating that she feels so alone?
Well, you know, we don't know that she feels alone. Everything up here is up to interpretation anyway.
Well, I was interpreting it right.
Well, no, that's a different matter and something I don't have time to stand here and talk about. I need to get back to work. But
Security guard turns and heads towards a different section of the art gallery. He calls to her as he's walking away.
you guys should try counseling though.
Florence stares at security guard in pure annoyance. She looks at Mark, who is across the room looking at another painting. She turns her back to him and walks out of the gallery alone. In a few seconds, Mark looks around for her. She re-enters the stage, walks to him, takes his arm, and they continue through the rest of the gallery.
So how do you feel about this one with the pitchfork?
I think the woman needs to help out with the yard work once in a while because he's probably too tired to garden when he gets home.
Well, how do you think she feels? Blackout.
And
And scene.
Theater! Even fucking know what to say.